Hello everyone, it's Bonnie with the Crafty Connoisseur. I am coming to you on February 13th, 2024. I keep wanting to say 2023. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something before we get into the video. I seen a lady today and just happened to be open up my YouTube app, and very nice lady, and y'all might know who I'm talking about, but she was talking about nasty comments and how it almost made her not want to do a floss tube anymore. Well, I read the comment and it wasn't very nice at all. If you know, if you don't have anything nice to say, or if it makes you feel better to express yourself that way because you're miserable, don't say it to somebody else. You don't know what they're going through in life. And I almost quit floss tube myself, and that's why I didn't do some for a couple of months, because I was given some criticism, and I think it could have been put in a better way. I have anxiety, innate anxiety, and even though I might ask for an opinion, I think everybody should think carefully before they say anything, especially if you don't know the person. So, if you have any negative comments about my floss tube and you want to write it in my comment section, I only have 14 subscribers, but please contact me on Instagram or Messenger or whatever. I would really appreciate that, and just be careful what you say to people. Like I said, you don't know what they're going through in life. Okay, today I have my show notes, and I wanted to talk to you about where I've been. First of all, so at Christmas, I think I told you at Christmas, our Sphinx cat, Vasily, passed away after Christmas. And since then, we've been looking for another male cat. I was scammed twice in December out of money, and this week the bank decided to take their money back after they awarded me the dispute. I can understand why, but it's really not right. Then we went all the way up to, let's see here, I think it was February 1st, we went all the way up to almost the Ohio border, and we live in Chattanooga, so that was 8 hours round trip. We were within 25 minutes of this lady's house, and she said to me, "You didn't let me know how long you were going to take, and I've rearranged my whole day for you, so I'm not going to give you the cat." Well, she wasn't giving it to me anyways, but I was like, we're only 25 minutes away, so, you know, so you're saying you don't want us to get the cat? I mean, we have cash and everything. And she said no. So we had to turn all the way back home and without a cat. That was just devastating, because I had been in contact with her, and, you know, I think it was the Lord's way of saying, you know, I have something better for you. And also, well, I know it was the Lord's way of saying, I have something better for you. And also, you never know, maybe something was wrong with the cat, you know, and the Lord saved us from that. And if you don't believe in the Lord, I'm sorry, but I do talk about him, and I do believe in him. So, I'm going to have a very strong relationship with him. So anyways, I was praying and praying. And I called this lady, since we were up at the Tennessee-Kentucky border. I called a lady and she had a little male kitten for sale, and I called her up and asked her how much she wanted, and it was out of our price range. And so I said, I'm sorry, you know, I can't afford that. And she said, okay, well, thank you. And we hung up. Well, she contacted me later on that night and said, I will call you. This was Friday night. She said, I'll contact you on tomorrow, which was Saturday the 3rd. And she said, I will, we'll talk about it. I said, okay. She never called me. So I was looking around, and I seen a lady up in Ohio had one, and he was the exact age that we needed and everything, and he was so pretty, and he was in our price range. So I contacted her, and she said, yes, he's still available. So we went ahead and headed up that way on Sunday. Oh, it turned out to be a 16-hour round trip. I did not realize she was near the Michigan border. I mean, we were right on the border. That was the longest trip I've ever had in my life, so I've been recovering from that. And yes, we did get him, and he's beautiful. He's just a little shy right now, and so he is an elf sphinx. That means his ears curl. And he's a handsome man. His name was Dobby because he's an elf. That's what he came with. But we decided to give him an official name. So he's Dapper Dan the Naked Man. My husband and I came up with that. And so he is a nice cat, but he's getting used to everything. And we didn't realize that he wasn't used to having dogs. He had never been around dogs, so he kind of sits in the cat room. We turned our daughter's bedroom into the cat room, and they come and go as they please, but that's where they sleep at night. And so that's where he's been hanging out. So that's what we've been doing. Another thing, and I've talked way too long, I'm sorry. We're 7 minutes in, and all I've talked about is cats and worry, but the other thing I have been doing is, I've been, in the last 2 weeks, is I've been doing a puzzle. I love to do puzzles in the morning and it gets my mind going so I can craft the rest of the day. So this is the puzzle I'm doing. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. I hope you can see it without it being glared. And I'm really, let's see, let's go this way, yeah. I'm really enjoying it. So far I'm already done the edges. So that's what I've been doing. And then I've also been playing my game from Switch, and it's called, let me get it open here. Don't you know that's the way it is? Okay. It's called Tears of the Kingdom on my Switch. I'm a nerd at heart. This is so much fun. You go around and you make vehicles and you solve puzzles, and it's just been a lot of fun. So I've been doing that every night when I go to bed. And then let's see what else. I'm looking at my notes here. I have everything written down. Oh, I did 750 stitches for the Late Night Stitchers every month. The Late Night Stitcher group, if you don't know about them, it's just a group that you can join, and somebody's always on Zoom or whatever 24/7. So anyways, it's just a fun group. It's a very relaxed group, and you don't feel any kind of pressure or anything like that. But they decided this year to do where you do 750 stitches a month, and at the end of the year, if you participate in every month, then you get to be entered for a prize. So that has really helped me get some of my stuff done. So I got 750 stitches in for them. Okay, let's look at what I've been working on. Let me put my notes down here. Okay, the first thing I've been working on is Little Dove Design. Here it is. Oops, showing you the pattern. I'm working on this square right here for February. And I put in, let's see, how many stitches have I put in? I have been putting in, so far this week, this year, Bonnie, get your act together. 522 stitches. I've been working on it almost every day. I do not stitch every day. So here it is so far. Here's January, and then here's February. And instead of February, putting February, I put love. Because there's going to be two birds underneath here, and they're holding a heart. So I thought, well, I'll just put the word love. Because I don't really think I'm going to have these as, they are a monthly stitch right now, but I don't think I'm going to have them as a calendar piece. I just kind of like them like this. January was supposed to go right here, but... So there's that one. And let's put that up. Oh, I was at a retreat. I was going to tell you. I was at a retreat, and someone said, where in the world did you get that small hoop? And they said, I think that's the smallest hoop I've ever seen. So there it is. But I love it for these little blocks, these little projects. Those Nurge hoops are my favorite. I do use hoops. Okay, so for the next one, I am doing this one, and it is called, well, in Italy it says Occhi Sposi, I think. It's on 18 count Aida. And I've been working on this, and I think the last time you seen it, I didn't quite have the flowers done, so I did all the flowers, and then all the packages. These are going to be flying off the back of a car right here. So there they are. I kind of did, instead of white here, I did a grayish color, because I don't think you can see it real well. The thing, I'm really liking this stitch, but it's making me not want to do it because of all the lines off the packages. I don't know if you can see them or not. It's kind of hard to see them in this light, but I'm having to fudge because they're so close, and you can just miss it by a hair, and you're way down here or way up here, or so I'm kind of having to do my own thing, and I do not enjoy that at all. But when it's a big blocks of color like this, I love it. It's a lot of fun. But just those lines, it's just driving me nuts. So I have to force myself to work on it, but it's important that I get it done. Oh, I was going to show you all. I thought, okay, so I do these cards. And they tell me, you know, that's what it's going to look like when it's done. Here's the packages I'm on right now. I've done all of this right here. So I just have this part here left to do. But anyways, so I put what count it is, what I'm using, and all that. But on the back, I'm putting the date and how many stitches I did on it for the day. I use Markup RXP, and it tells me how many I've done. But that way I can see my progression. How long it was taking me each day. I just thought that was a neat idea to do. So every night I just turn it over and put my stitches on there. I look at Markup RXP before I close out of it. And I look at it, and I write down the stitches. Now this daily stitch, this one, I'm not doing that. Because I work on it every day, so there's no sense in doing that. But, and then I've decided, so I've been having a little bit of, so I put, before I go on, I put 637 stitches so far in the first 2 weeks of February. I don't stitch on Sundays, and this one I don't, the Just Married one, I don't stitch on Saturdays, because I've decided to take one that I really, really want to work on. I'm going to give a whole Saturday to it. Maybe not a whole Saturday, but that's all I'm working on. I'm not working on the daily stitch. I'm not working on any of that. So the one I worked on, and I'm going to continue working on for February, is Gifts from Santa from Madame Chantilly. Once again, I put the stitches on there, and here is the, I think I might have showed you this, but here is the chart. I have done a little bit of my own thing. Oh, shoot. I think I left it in the other room. Oh, well. I'll show it to you next time. But so far, I've done just... Let me get this out. So far, I've just done the stars in this package behind him. The stars, though, were not showing up real well on my fabric. So I did one white star here, one yellow star here, and then I did like a goldy brown color for this star, like a, you know, like a brassy color. It's real pretty here. And then I did this color of the cross stitching box, but do you see how light that is? I just like mine a little bit more bold instead of just kind of plain. I love these colors, but to me they're sometimes a little hard to see. So I'm right here on this one, and I think I am going to stitch this bow in the package, I mean the ribbon. I haven't got to it yet. I did do the package, so I think I am going to keep, I might keep it white, or I might make it a pretty yellow or something, because as you can see here, this is going to have to be a different color of box because you can't see it. And I know you're not going to be able to see it because here's the flosses for it. And I do believe it is this light one right here. And when you put it up against something, it just is not showing up real well. So I am doing some color changes on that. So that's what I've been working on. And on Saturday, on Gifts for Santa, I got 333 stitches on that. I am going to be focusing more on my stitching, like my Christmas stitching like that, once I get that Just Merry piece finished. It's just taking me a while, and I hope it hurries up. So, let's talk about, okay, I got some haul. It wasn't a whole lot, but I'll show you that right now. Okay, the first thing I got, and I forgot to show you last time, is we have a place here called McKay's. I think I mentioned it, and you can get different, they have all kinds of stuff, books and vinyl records and Legos, everything you can imagine. So I was looking in their needlework section, and I came across this. I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's called the Cross Stitcher's Bible. But the reason I got it, I know a lot of, this covers just about every embroidery stitch, every kind of cross stitch you can imagine. What a tent stitches, what a half stitches, what a quarter stitches, what a satin stitches. It covers it all. But the main reason I got this is it has a real good section on beading. And I never beaded on any cross stitch before. So when I seen this, and it was, I think it was maybe 50 cents or $1, I said, I've got to get this book. So I'll show you a little bit of the book. See, they show you how to do the road stitch. I think this one is the half road stitch. So they tell you clearly how to do things. So anyways, I went ahead and got this, and I'm hoping it will work for me. But another reason why I got it is because I got these. Now these I got from 123 Stitch. I had a little bit of trouble finding them. So I'm on the Nora Corbett full conversion floss tube, or not floss tube. What do you call it? Facebook group. And I saw this, and I was like, I have got to do that. That is just gorgeous. Plus, I've been wanting, you know, I'm working on Christmas stuff this year. So I don't know if you can see them or not. Hopefully it'll balance it out. Let's see. Let's put it back in. So there is, JOY, and I love how she finished it, and I love the colors. So, I'm going to do that. So, it was a little hard finding these letters. A lot of people must be wanting to do it, but here's the J, so you can see the difference. I do like these colors, but I like it better in the Christmas colors. Here's the Y, and I got these two from 1-2-3 Stitch. They didn't have the O, so I found it at Everything Cross Stitch. So that just came yesterday. So I'm going to be working on these. They look really fast and easy. And I'm glad I got that cross stitchers book because, you know, Nora Corbett always has beads. So I'm glad I got that because I want to do beads. I have made bead, like, zipper pulls for my bags and stuff like that, but I've never, like I said, I've never done it before on fabric. So I'm gonna, I don't know when I'm going to start that. I've got to focus on that Just Married because I have to have it done in the next 2 months. And I still have, my husband said, oh, looks like you're about done. And I was like, says I have like 30, I've only done 30%. So I really got to up my game here on that. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to talk to you about what I'm going to do, what my plans are for the rest of February. I'm going to keep working on Little Dove Year and Just Married, and that's going to be every day. So Little Dove Year and Just Married is going to be every day, unless I don't feel like it, and then I might do just one or the other. And then the every Saturday, so I have, I think, 2 more Saturdays, maybe 3. I don't know. I didn't look at the calendar. Anyways, I'm going to be doing gifts for Santa. The other thing I'm doing is I'm knitting a bunny. I do knit in the mornings because I like to knit. It relaxes me for the rest of the day, and then I can do other things. But so far I've done his body and his head, and I've done his ears, and I'm working on his little arms. But isn't he cute? He's just real tiny. So I've been working on him every morning. It's a real fast, easy stitch. And then I'm going to continue working on my puzzle. And I want to recommend a couple of books that I have read or I'm listening to. The first one I finished, and I think I mentioned it the end of January, was called The Sorority Murder by Alison Brennan. That was really good. It kept you guessing the whole time. And I usually listen to these while I'm putting my puzzles together. The one I'm listening to right now, and I'm almost finished, and I'm telling you, this is a fantastic book. It's called The Vanishing of Margaret Smalls, and it's about a woman who was put in an institute for having learning disabilities by her grandmother, and it goes back and forth between 2015 and 1940. I think it started out in 1946 or 7. And now she's 70 years old in 2015. And someone's leaving her packages and different things. And it's just really good. It has kept me guessing the whole time. And I think I know what's going on now because I'm like 30 minutes from getting it done. But that's a really, really good book. If your library has it, or... Another one I'm reading, this is an ebook, it's called Frozen River, and it's about a midwife who has questioned because they had found somebody, she accused somebody of raping a girl, and they said no, it didn't happen, and so it's about her proving that what happened, and a physician from Harvard is undermining everything she does. But it's just it keeps you very interested, and it's not boring, and I really like it. I haven't guess what's going on. So it's kind of like a thriller, suspense novel. I tend to go to those kind of books. But that's another book that I'm doing right now. Also, I wanted to show you what is making so much noise in this room. So, the first one I'm going to show you is my little canary. His name is Phineas, and he's blind, and that's why all his food is scattered all over. He can't see at all, but he still sings. I've had him about 5 years. They tend to live about 10 years. But he knows his name, and he's just a really sweet bird. The next ones that are making the most noise are the triplets here. This is Cash. He is an English budgie. This is Kiwi, and that one in the back is Percy, or Percival, what we call him Percy. But you can see the difference between an English budgie and a regular parakeet. This is a parakeet. They also call them budgies, but it is a parakeet. But he's much bigger, and I can pick him up. These are little nippy things, but they came to us as a rescue, and so did he. But I love English budgies. I love these two too, but I love English budgies. So those are the ones making the most noise in here. And then these are our cockatiels. And this is Sweetie. And we know she's a girl because she's laid several eggs. And this is Mango. He just came as a rescue with Kiwi. And I know he's probably a boy because he talks all the time. Not like talks, but he whistles and he makes... Generally cockatiels, if they're making a lot of noise, generally they're males. Males make much more noise than females. She hardly says anything. So that's her. And then here's my sweet baby, Layla. She needs a haircut. But she was excited because she got her picture taken. But she lays in her little bed while I cross-stitch. And then the last one is she is the room monitor. Let's see if I can find her picture. So we raise Sphinx cats, and this is Ivy Jane. And her eyes look kind of funny, but they're blue, bright blue, and she was eating. So that's why there's stuff all over. But she is so pretty, and she gets on me, and she has to make biscuits, and she's just a sweet, sweet cat. She's one of the sweetest cats we own. So that's her. So that's our monitor of the room. So one other thing before I go, I would like to tell you about a floss tuber I love to watch. She doesn't have a whole lot of... She's got viewers, but not like tons of viewers. But go and give her a watch. Her name is the Alaskan Stitcher, and I really like her because her videos are short and to the point, but she has such a wide variety of cross-stitch that she's working on, and I just love her stuff. She likes to knit. She shows a little bit of knitting, not a whole lot. But like I said, her videos are only like a half hour, if that. So she's really, really good. And the one item I was going to show you that I've been really enjoying, my husband got me this for Christmas. It was on my list, but it's this little container, and then it pops out like that. But I love this thing, and you can screw it into place so it stays, if, you know, when you're pinning things. But it's magnetic, and it holds your pins. And I love it because I can just reach down in there and get them, and then when you pop them back in there, they automatically go straight up. So you're not poking your fingers when you're reaching in there. But he got me that for Christmas, and it's a really neat gadget. You can find it on Amazon, probably. That's where he probably got it, but I really like it. And then when you set it down, it just goes like that and sits flat. So that's if you're looking for something like that, that's a good thing. And I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a great rest of the week and hope you have a great Valentine's Day. If you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, well, I hope you have a good day tomorrow. It's the first day. It's been sunny in probably 5 days, so the dogs are out there barking and the birds are happy, and that's why they've been chirping so much. Now that it's the end of the video, they're going to be quiet and go to sleep. Oh, isn't that the way it goes? So I will be back in 2 weeks with another video, and I hope I have a lot more progress on Just Married and Little Davier. Hoping to have that completed by the end of February. And I might have different plans, who knows. I am going to still be working on the gifts for Santa. But anyways, have a great week, and next 2 weeks, great stitching, and do what you can. Don't feel pressured. Find peace in your life. That's my word for the year, is peace. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.